Hello, welcome to another MW Leagues 2 Shoutcast. I am Jeff on a Buffalo, your Shoutcaster for today, and we have an ISC 8 Week 3 Div C match of 228 Junkers versus the 12 Vegan Rangers. With me today for co-casting, we have Facetroll. Over to you, Facetroll, for saying hi.
Hello, Shortcast, and I'm co-casting today with Jeff, and I hope we will see a great match.
Yeah,
Uh, we can
I think it's going to be a great match as well. So this is my second week of showcasting, so I assume there's probably going to be some issues popping up, but we'll work through once they pop up. Another quick FYI, there's going to be a 5-minute delay to the stream. So if we do not respond to your chats right away, that's kind of the reason why. And another last FYI is that we are just shoutcasters. We're not MW League referees, if you will. So we're not official, so we're not going to be officiating anything. So the other part, once the two teams have readied up, we'll be sort of jumping into the match right away. For the first drop, it's going to be on Conquest for River City. In the other settings, it's going to be out for the lobby. It's first person only, no full team, so it's going to be 6 versus 6. So right now, the first team has readied up. So that would be for the 228 Junkers, and well, they haven't readied up, but it looks like they're all green, so they're both readied up. So I'll let them know that I'm ready to get going once both teams have readied up. So I'll just type that in. Okay, so now they're both aware, so now we're just waiting for both teams to ready up.
I'm already ready for the brawling in the first drop. Hopefully we see brawling. Usually we see brawling in the light drop. What do you expect?
There's a couple of things they might be doing. What I've been seeing is, seeing like a lot of brawling. Sometimes, like I actually used a sort of a skirmish deck for my drop that we did, feels like 6 hours ago, with a couple of light mechs, a couple of medium skirmishers with snubs and mags, and then with a couple of Overwatch type mechs, and that was fun to play. It worked out pretty good for us. So there's a couple of different. You could do sort of like a couple of sort of light mechs with some Overwatch mechs from either like from on this map, maybe on at airports or in Upper City. So either you put like mechs there, like maybe I don't know, like Jaeger mech duelists or maybe ERPPCs from Thunderbolt, or there's a couple other different mechs it kind of does as well. And then there's like a new mech that's been recently sort of patched that's kind of a lot of fun, is the Panther Katana Cat with 4 light PPCs. So you're seeing that kind of more and more being used. It's kind of the flavor of this tournament, if you will.
I will expect the gauntlets to be picked in the first drop as well. I've casted the last week 2 games, and in both teams we had gauntlets in the first drop. I imagine both teams did their work, but one drop didn't go well for the gauntlet team, and the other drop did go well. So it's not like the mech is overpowered or something.
All right, team one's locked. We're just waiting for team two. But yeah, I've seen some gauntlets for within the first drop and some of the other drops. Team two's locked. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing rolling.
So on River City, we're gonna play 3 caps out of the 5, and it's gonna be the 2 home caps, Epsilon and Kappa, sorry, and also the middle Theta. So I expect to see some battles in the beginning for Theta, but both teams probably gonna pick up their home caps, probably with just running through it, but Team 1 kinda needs to put one mech to the side.
Okay, it looks like I'm on the team one side, so I'll call them out once they drop in. I'll leave team two for you. once they get in. Currently waiting for both teams to drop in. Yeah, the music. Looking on the Team 2 side from 228 Junkers, I see Crab, Bushwhacker, Bushwhacker. Gonna look at some of these Bushwhackers. On the Bushwhackers, SRMs, Heavy Machine, Minimax Pulse, so it looks like Brawl. On the Crab, large lasers, ear mediums, binaries, so skirmishy.
On the other side, we see some mid-range, the Blackjack Arrow. We have a Bushwinker. Is that your team as well?
Yep, they sent Flea over for scouting towards Theta and capping Theta as well. So 228 Junkers just grabbed Theta with a Flea, and they got a Locust for backing it up. And their Brawl push is currently sitting at airports close to the bridge. Looks like they're looking for a good opportunity for when to push.
The vegan rangers are shooting the lights in the middle at the moment, and I don't think they see the push.
The push is happening now. Push, yeah, there's some. Yeah, they see it. Push is happening now. So they're pushing across the bridge. They're taking a little bit of damage, but I think they're going to make it across.
Looks like a good response though from the 12 vegan rangers. They secured the middle. Now they need to be careful that they don't brawl into these mechs. But I think they decide to brawl. We'll see a brawl.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a brawl upper city, a bit of the lower city there. So
Crab is the first one you're getting targeted. It's Pizzle. Now the Bushwinker of Sergeant getting in, and also Raptor also getting some good shots.
Yep, 228. They're getting focused down pretty quickly for a couple of their mechs.
Right now, still all alive. I'm quite surprised by that. Raptor is now dropping low, and Pizzle as well. Pizzle is already lagged, but Raptor goes down. So the 228 Junkers in favor now, but they also lose now. Self-destruct. That's not happy.
Yep, it could still go either way at this point.
Next mech to drop is also from the vegan rangers, but all mechs are quite hurt from 228. They have 2 lagged mechs. Now they equalize again. We see good fighting here, to be honest.
Yep.
Blackjack is getting good shots from the top side, but I think we should focus on the 2 Vindicators of the Rangers. Right now they are fighting the Locust and the Crab. The Crab gets a kill on the Vindicator. Now the Locust is running away again.
And the Vindicator and the Cyrus pulling back as well.
Do you believe one team has the upper hand?
Or
do you think it's quite even?
I think it's quite even. This can still go either way.
I believe even the Rangers with the 3 mechs are in favor because they have more range, I think. And they also lacked 2 of the other mechs. Maybe even 3. They are 3 in cap. No, the Locust is not lacked. So they have only lacked 2, but...
Yep, the vegans, they got some good mechs still left with that Vindicator, can do a lot of work. And the Blackjack, obviously, the Arrow and the Osiris. And they're keeping their range. They're keeping their distance.
The leg of Griffin on top of the 228 Rangers are also open in both legs. Left leg is one touch and the right leg also quite hurt. He will be probably a target for the Rangers next. The Locust is now trying to help. And we see the vegans using the Pop Tarts of them quite well. The Smokefield always jumping and the Osiris as well. And 228 Rangers with their leg mechs are crawling forward. But Gio gets another kill on the Crip. So it's 3-3 now. And I believe at this point the Rangers are in favor.
Yep, I would agree.
If you were in their shoes and you know that two of their mechs are legged, would you go for cap game and run back, or would you try to fight it out?
Considering how well it's going for me to do the trade and just do sort of the pop-tarting type thing, I would just pretty much continue on with that. Especially considering that we've got the 228, they are down on caps. I would probably do the trade game for a little bit longer before probably switching over to grab some caps.
Yeah, right now they decide against your call and they cap Kappa, so they're up 2-1. And I believe both calls are great. I'm not saying that one is better than the other, but playing the cap game might be safer for the vegan Rangers. And right now they are using their range, and the 228s are kinda stuck in the city with their leg mix.
Yep. Now time is going to be against 228 at this point.
And the blackjack is doing good work. It's shooting all the time. Every time somebody shows, he's shooting. It's quite hurtful. The blackjack arrow with a lot of DPS.
Yep, 228 has a lot of really hurt mechs too, so there's not much they can do, especially since, as you say, some of them are legged.
Sadly for the 228, I believe I don't think they have a win chance anymore. Like, their mediums are now in the city and they have brawl builds. SRMs with heavy machine gun and X-Pulse. And the Rangers are playing quite well. They keep the range. They got the top now of the middle, which is quite important. They will see every rotation. And we see another crawling of the Bushwinkers, and it's getting spotted instantly, and the Blackjack is getting good shots.
They're trying to rotate the Locust around, I think, to grab the cap from 228. I think they're aware for the Locust, though, but...
We see the Osiris getting closer to the Bushwinkers, though, now. Sergeant is getting lower and lower. Now his leg is gone, and... yeah, the lonely Bushwinker is now in the city.
Yeah, I don't think that Bushwhacker's along for this world.
Oh, he got back shot! Gio with a great play, getting a back shot. No idea. This Bushwinker had no idea he was behind him. Great play.
Yeah, now the Locust is...
The last one to go for the 228 is the Locust against Smokefield.
And the right leg for the Locust is hurting a lot at this point. And the rest of them's hurt.
Gets killed. Wow. A great match. I believe it was quite well executed by both teams. A bit unlucky for the 228 Rangers that they got legged so early and they couldn't push anymore. Quite well executed.
Yep, agreed. Good entertaining match.
Before we take a look at the spreadsheet, who do you think did the most damage?
I would say the Vindicator from Smokefield.
I would guess the Blackjack. Let's see.
First, I gotta grab the publish ID information, so one sec.
And if I'm looking, I sadly have to say you were right. The Vindicator of Smokefield did the most damage.
Ha! Well, there's two Vindicators, so that gave me a bit of an
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, the next time I'll consider a mech that is double
But
exertion.
those
Yeah.
Vindies, I knew they're beasts, and they had a lot of time to farm, so I was kind of sort of betting on that. Okay, but good damage all across, obviously, for the team from ER, and then 228Ys. The Bushwhackers did some work for initially when they did their push across. Just wasn't able to get enough focus fire to kill enough mechs to win the match.
The only mech that stands out is maybe the Flea and the Crab from 228, but I don't believe they played bad. It's just that they got focused first, I would say. Like the Crab on the outside was focused first. Quite unlucky, so I don't believe it was anyone's mistake. The Crab is there to tank, to be honest, had good HP quirks, so it's not bad to go in first as a Crab.
Okay, now I'm going to switch the map. So first drop was on River City. The next one's going to be in Frozen City Night Classic. And a reminder, the tonnage is going to be increasing from to 300 to 350 tons for this one. Okay, so as we're waiting for the two teams to ready up, Team 1 locked, so it might happen really, really quickly. I'll go through very quickly for what ISC is and what it's all about, if this is new for you. So ISC, it stands for Intersphere Coalition. So this is Season 8 of the tournament. Rules-wise, it's Intersphere mechs only for this tournament, no clan mechs. It's 6 versus 6, as we've been seeing. A match is 5 drops, with the weight limit of the drop increasing after every other drop. 3 maps are used per match. It uses the Conquest game mode, but it uses only 3 of the 5 Conquest points. So as we saw, 2 of the Conquest points are out of bounds. Can use any given chassis 3 times within the 5 drops, and you can use 2 hero mechs per drop, but they must be different hero mechs within that drop. No legend mechs. You can use mechs. You can only use mechs that you can purchase within the in-game store. There's some other rules, but I think that sort of covers the main points.
So for Frozen City, we're gonna see Epsilon, Kappa, and Theta Cap to be contested.
Yep.
And I believe the map is also quite brawl heavy. Do you believe the same, or do you think we're gonna see some mid-range, long-range?
I think we're going to see some brawl, and in the past I've seen some other streams and some scrims where DACA works quite well as well if you position it correctly for setting it up for a receive, like trying to like a receive like a brawl push. So both can work quite equally well.
Yeah, from quick play experience, I can say that they're both teams on both sides. If they receive, have good positions for Daka. I believe you are quite well experienced there. But it's also that both teams can, in one single maybe action, also brawl and win the game over if the other team is doing a mistake positional wise. So yeah, I believe both ways can both things we can see here. Daka hold maybe, or also brawl push.
Yep, brawl push is very, very strong. And there's a couple of good positions you can set up for a DAC receive for both teams. So we'll see what they do. Who knows, maybe they'll do something crazy and like bring Pop-Tartars. Probably not, but it could happen. All right. So getting in for the start of drop 2. And it looks like I'm on the Team 2 side, so I'll call some of those mechs out that I see. So let's see, so an Oxide, a Vulcan, another Jenner, medium pulse, so sort of skirmishy mechs.
On the other side, we see a more brawl approach. 3 Orions, sorry, with I'm actually wrong. They have LB5X.
Oh, okay, so mid-range type things.
Oh no, sorry, it was Panther. I was wrong on that. It is a brawl on all 3 Orions.
Yep, and I got 3 chargers on my side, so they're going to be doing a brawl push on the Team 2 side for the 12 vegan.
We're gonna see a big brawl then, I imagine. Now, before everything starts, do you believe the Orions or the Chargers have the upper hand?
Orions.
Okay, the Orions are going to the middle, which is quite interesting. They spawned close, and the Chargers are close as well.
Yep, Chargers are heading towards the saddle, and they're already getting some scouting information from the downed aircraft, pop-charting away with their Jenners and whatnot. But right now, the Chargers have stopped, and they're waiting for do like a brawl receive if they do a hard push of Charlie 3 saddle.
And we see the gauntlet of 228 looking at the enemy side, trying to figure out where the enemies is. He popped the UAV, he gets shot down instantly, so.
Yep, and the Chargers, they're slowly creeping up to the... Okay, no, it looks like they're going to be starting their push.
I think the vegan rangers, they have info now. They see the Panthers on the side. The gauntlet is pushing forward as well.
The Chargers are being patient. They're not doing a hard push, so they're just exchanging fire from their side of saddle by the downed aircraft, with some flanking fire from the Jenners and whatnot. And it looks like hard push coming in from the Orions. Chargers falling back.
It's already low, but Smokefield is the first one to getting targeted. He twists, which is good, and he tries to get range. The Orions are pushing over now.
Yep, Chargers are falling back, trying to do a receive. One Charger's already down.
And the second charger of the vegan rangers is low as well. Klappspaten getting focused. At the same time, Raptorian is getting focused. Klappspaten closing to die. And he's dead. The Orion's getting the upper hand.
Yeah, those Orions. They can do some work.
And the next charger is down. That's horrific for the vegan rangers.
Yep, so for the 12th...
Renzul now inside, so.
Yep, for the 12th, they just got some Jenners and Vulcan now for skirmishing away. But as you say, it's not looking too good for them. But in truth, they got a mobility advantage over the other team, so there's a slim chance. If they can maintain their distance and kind of keep pop-tarting away from mid-range, they have Snowball's chance.
I believe you are right, but at the second you said it, Sergeant Sonar made a great shot and Renzul with his SRMs on range, and Renzul lost a lot of HP. And now Lucius and Renzul, they are splitting up, which is maybe the right thing, maybe the wrong thing, I can't decide on that.
I think it's the right thing.
The 228 Rangers, they get the cap.
Yep, that's a smart thing to do, going for the cap at this point. Now we see some fighting in the middle. Lucius getting hunted by 3 mechs. And the Orions are getting closer and closer. They are shooting at him. He's losing more and more HP. This is not good. Yeah, he's got to run. They got to run.
Another good shot of Sergeant Suna. And Lucius now running in the open, which is a mistake. Getting shot. And he's dropping to 57%. That's not good. He can't run anymore, I believe. If he's going through the open again,
Yep, he's about to lose his right, or they're about to lose their right leg as well. But he's occupying a whole bunch of big mechs, so as long as he keeps running and keeps them occupied, then that gives the opportunity for the other 2 mechs to do some work.
Somehow he got alive out of that. But his right leg is one touch now, so what can this mech do? Drenzo also legged on top now. Great shooting there from the 228 Rangers. I believe the only option is for the Rangers, they need to somehow get fast kills, but I don't see that happening, to be honest. We see movement towards Kappa side again by the 228 Rangers with the Gauntlet and with the Panzer. They are hunting the Vulcan. The Vulcan is now getting in the cap, so the 228 Rangers have knowledge of him being in the cap, and they are lurking.
And the Vulcan, left leg for the Vulcan's not looking very good. And the left leg is gone. Yep, I think this match is done.
In return though, Koron got the leg of the Gauntlet, which is good, but now they will probably full cap with the Gauntlet, and the next problem for the team arises of the Red Rangers, which is how do they get access to both caps now? If they want to win this game, they need to win with cap, and it's not looking good. It's 3 against 0 caps soon.
Yeah, with 3 caps, like it takes less than, at this point, less than 3 minutes before the match is done.
And Lucius is elect as well, and I believe that is the game now.
Yep. Lucius is not long for this world.
Drenzo is lagged as well. Great shooting of the 228 Rangers, splitting their attention to make this end quicker. And Max, nearly with a full Mac HP, he's gonna farm sadly at Drenzo, who can't retaliate. And this is 6-0, a clean push of the 228 Rangers. The Orions in the brawl, they had the better mech, I guess. Like you said in the beginning, that you would rather be in the Orions.
Oh, they are so tanky.
Looking at the damage chart, to be honest, Smokefield was the first charger to die, but with 190 damage, he did quite well as a mech to die first. So, yeah, I think the chargers were in a disadvantage.
Yep, they got a lot less armor than those Orions, so that's probably one of the things that kind of came to play a little bit. Yep. All right, now we're at 1-1 for the score. And at this point, there'll be a team swap as well, so I'll let them know that the swap is occurring and then start.
So Jeff, now that the 228 Rangers use their 3 Orions, do you believe they will bring another brawl with different mechs, or would they swap things up and go Daka this time?
My gut says Daka. I missed one. I always do. And I messed up again. Who did I miss?
Looks like both teams are quite heated. They instantly respond that there's one left. A lot of stake today, I guess.
I always mess it up. Yeah. Okay, so that's correct. So that's good. Okay, we can talk a little bit then for sort of the current standings then while they're readying up and getting ready for the third drop. Um, So this is a Div C matchup. So as of the end of week 2, the 12 Vegan Rangers, they're currently in third place within their division, and 228 Junkers, they're in fifth place in their division. The top team in the division currently is MJSQ Bopades. For Team 1, obviously team name is 228 Junkers. The team lead for that team is Griffin Space. The results from the first 2 rounds, from round 1, they lost to the Ministry of Silly Mechs 3-2. And in round 2, they won versus KDCM Brain Weapon 4-1. Team 2, oh wait, they pretty much, they're going to be probably readied up pretty soon. So I'll stop talking on that stuff and we can continue on that for the next drop.
With third and fifth in the standings, I now understand why it's getting quite heated. Both teams are playing for the win here.
Alright, just waiting for the teams to ready up and then we can get this thing going. Team 1 locked, cool. Team 1 locked, Team 2 locked. Okay, starting. I see DACA.
Oh, I see 2 interesting mechs as well. I'm surprised. I guess I fly over to the Team 1 and you...
Yeah, I'm at the Team 2 side.
Team 2.
So I see Annie, AC-10s, Fafnir, Ultra 5s.
And on Team 1 side, which is the Vegan Rangers, I see 3 Hatsimotos. Which with Taka, that's quite interesting.
And they got some hell spawns on this side as well with a Locust for do some scouting. So they got a little bit of Brawl and a little bit of DACA for on this side.
The Hatsimoto's got 3 LB5 with 2 PPCs.
Alright, so DACA versus...
The same build.
DACA versus DACA. See what happens.
And we have also Vulcan from Team 1 and a Javelin as the 2 Vulcans, sorry, and a Javelin. Smokefield getting in the middle, trying to get some vision.
Yep, probably looking for a push. They got the Locust on the 228 Junker side, sort of flanking hard, look probably towards Theta. And then they have like a couple of Hell Spawns and an Assassin doing a little bit of scouting. And they can also be used for the Brawl push at some point. So, interesting combination.
At this point, the Vulcan probably spotted the assaults, I guess. Annihilator and the
Fafnir. Yeah, then they're just holding back, getting ready for a receive. So receive with the DACA, holding back, and then probably try to hit the flank with the Hell Spawns and the Assassins if a Brawl push was coming in. But of course, that's not going to happen.
And in the meantime, the Locust got the Theta cap.
Yeah, and have come back. But they don't really have a means to really hold on to that Theta cap, so it's very easy for the Team 1 to re-grab it back if they want.
Yeah, we see the rotation happening now. You are right. The question now is, how does 228 respond to that?
I think they're just going to hold...
see the Vulcans jumping, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just going to hold back and just receive.
The Hellspawn in the middle getting arrested by the Vulcan, but not much happening, to be honest. We are nearly 2 minutes in now, and we just see some peekaboo gameplay probably.
Yep, they were just hoping the other team would Brawl push into them, so now that they're both received decks with DACA, then Now they got to do something else. Team 1 has sort of the better advantage for grabbing Theta at some point.
But we are seeing movement now in the middle. The Annihilator is creeping up. And also the Fafnir. And on the Theta side, it's getting kept right now by Smokefield. We also see the Javelin close by to the Locust. They see each other now. Javelin missing though. The Locust getting out without any harm.
Yep, Fafnir's starting to move up. The Annie's at the downed airship. So
the Javelin decides now to go and attack him as well, but at the same time we see them moving in. 228 is moving into the Javelin. Javelin needs to be careful. Geo getting good bad shots, and the Javelin needs to run away. He's running now, which is maybe too late, maybe not. Somehow he escapes the Hellspawn.
And the Dakamex.
Now he gets drawn into the fight, which is bad.
Yep,
Javelin is dropping now.
And the Dakamex are now in play for on the CDU side, or the 228 side.
On the lower side we see 228 fighting 3 against 2, and the 2 are running away. Koran dropping low. I believe the assaults have to drop back maybe and let their mediums and light win. The Javelin on the lower side getting legged, I believe soon. It's legged now, the Locust getting the kill. The 2 assaults on top. Now they're doing what they're supposed to. Eating HP and getting attention.
Looks like 12 Vegan is getting more aggressive for pushing the Annie and the Fafnir at this point with their Daka.
Now the Vegans, they need to be careful because the mediums and the lights are getting into the side of the assaults and the mediums. And they lost 2 mechs already.
Yep, not looking very good for the 12 at the moment.
They get 2 kills in return though, but they lose 2 mechs instantly. And now 2 against 4. The medium squad and the light squad of the 228 Rangers seems to be more deadly here. They get another kill, they lose 1, but now against 1 against 3. Smokefield somehow trying a miracle, which isn't gonna happen, I believe.
Yep, 2T8 did a nice job with the flank with those quicker mechs that they had for killing those, like that Vulcan at the start and then just sweeping in.
Wow, that was boring in the beginning, I have to say. 2 minutes, nothing happened, both teams waited, they looked where the enemies are, and then at one point they clicked, they saw the Javelin, and they collapsed. A great match, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was a very entertaining match. That was really nice.
So both Frozen City maps now going to the 228 Rangers, and the Vegan 228, sorry, and Vegan Rangers, they need to somehow come back to the match. They won the first drop, lost 2 now in a row.
Now let's see if they can turn it around on Vitric, which is going to be for drop 4 and drop 5.
And if we take a look at the damage chart, Annihilator and Fafnir are doing a lot, fighting 2 against 4 in the top side, while their mediums and the lights won the game. Both great plays, I believe.
Yep, and the Hatamotos just wasn't able to get enough damage across to win the match for the 12th Vegan side. But great match. Okay, so for the next drop is on Vitric, so I'm going to switch that out. 1 second.
So for Vertic, we're gonna see Gamma, Sigma, and Theta for caps.
Yep, and a quick reminder for the tonnages for this one, it's increased again for drop 4 and drop 5. So now the minimum tonnage is 370 and the maximum is 420.
We have seen 3 brawls of the 2 to 8 rangers. And maybe with the last drop, I'm not sure if that is called a brawl. What would you call it?
What, for that last match?
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
it was like a DACA deck with a very strong, kind of like a Wolfpack skirmish or brawl, medium light brawl element, which they were able to use like when they pushed those mechs on the low ground there. Once like the it kind of went through Theta and hit the sort of the back flank of the 12 vegans. Once they killed sort of the lights of that team, so that worked out quite well for them, that push. And then for like the 12th, they weren't able to kill those Annies quick enough to repurpose the Hadamotos to start killing off those other mechs.
Yeah, I believe the lights of ER weren't quick enough to react to the push. But as spectators, we always see the whole map, we see every mech, we can overwatch that. And if you are in the drop yourself, a lot is happening, so
Yep,
I imagine it's hard to play.
it is. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, so there's ready. We'll get going for drop 4. I guess we're going to see DACA or mid-range to long-range laser vomit with maybe a couple of pop tartars that might be mixed in. Is kind of be my guess, with maybe 1 or 2 kind of light mechs for getting some early caps and for scouting towards the middle. That's, I think, sort of the general play.
As I already loaded in, we see some interesting mech choices again. But I would say you are maybe wrong.
I hope I'm wrong, because that would be interesting. Something new.
Well, you were right on one side, but wrong on the other, I guess. So to repeat again, we are playing for Sigma, Theta and Gamma, which is one home cap and then the middle cap as well. We are starting to see the mechs appearing now. And from the 2 to 8 rangers we see 3 Atlas, M, with, let's see what they bring. SRMs and medium lasers with binaries, so mid-range with brawl capabilities. And then they have a catapult, which is SRM I guess, Javelin and a Locust again.
For 12 vegan, they got a gauntlets, they got a bull shark, a mauler for some DACA. That's going up on high ground, and another bull shark as well. So they're going, it's kind of a traditional DACA deck for on the 12 vegan side, setting up on the high ground.
So now that the Locust kept the home grab, Smokefield is looking to the middle and getting a good shot on the Locust, which is bad for the Locust. Smokefield reacting good in the beginning. Maybe it was a mistake to go to the middle to Theta for the Locust. He's hiding now under the bridge, lost 5% of his HP.
Yep, and they got 2 gauntlets on the 12 vegan side, so they got angles looking towards Theta on the low ground, with the DACA mechs on the high ground with their bull sharks and mauler.
And we see the Atlases, they are lurking behind the ramp. They're getting spotted. Were they spotted? I don't believe so.
Yeah, looks like they're getting ready for doing like a ramp push at some point with their atlases.
The Osiris now spots the Atlases, which is quite important. The vegan rangers should decide to fall back. Drenzo is moving back again. He's holding the top, which is the right decision. And the Atlases, they haven't decided what to do now. On the top we see the Osiris fighting the Javelin. We have UAVs up for both teams, which is quite important here on this map. Quite hard to kill these UAVs in the middle.
The other point as well, the DACA mechs up high right now are kind of out of play. So right now, the only ones really fighting is the gauntlets down low. So they're going to have to be careful they don't get focused by 2 to 8 junkers.
The lights of the vegan rangers now dropped. which is interesting. They might try to get Zeta back. Or what are they doing? I'm not sure. I believe they cannot go to Zeta. So the Osiris gets on top now, he's harassing the Javelin. The Javelin needs to drop, but Osiris losing a fair bit amount of this well. Smokefield now seeing the rotation, which is quite important. But he has to run. The Atlases are pushing forward with that mask build.
Yep, starting the rotation.
Now we see some Dakas getting into play on the middle from the ER team. And the Atlas lost a lot of HP. That's not a good start for the 2-8 Rangers.
Yep, 12 vegans. They dropped one of the Maulers down low to get some fire across, and then they're getting some fire across now with their Dakameks.
And I want to point out the Osiris is now on top behind. He got good back shots on the whole team of 2-8. 2-8 is reacting with bringing the Javelin back, but that's gonna take some time. He has to climb up again. The Osiris is reacting well to Pizzle with his Atlas pushing forward. He needs to be careful though, the Javelin is coming behind, he's creeping up. I don't believe they have vision on that. And he's running in the right moment. That's surprising. They have no intel and it's a good reaction without intel. What?
Some of the Dakameks are starting to move up towards the middle of the ramp for on the 12th vegan side.
And Klappspaten on the low ground with the Daka build as well. Now on top we see a fighting of the Osiris and the Javelin, but Drenzel in the middle also shooting down in the middle. Javelin is dropping, Osiris coming out on top of the exchange, I would say. Lucius in the side getting good side shots, getting attention of the Atlases, and I believe the Atlases called out the push. Griffin is pushing, losing a lot of HP in the meantime though, and the gauntlets are running away with Mask.
And Puzzle Whip is going up high.
Oh, that's weird. They split up.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
They lost a lot of HP now. They have to act quickly. They can't get hold of the gauntlets on the side with the Mask and the jump jets. They can't get hold of the middle. Now Sergeant with his Jenna attacking the Osiris again, but Drenzel is lurking with his Bullshark on top. He's getting shot now.
2-8, they're taking a lot of damage.
Okay. And Koran in the middle with his Osiris getting good shots. Wow. He's annoying on top. And shooting in the back all the time. The gauntlets on the side, shooting the Javelin again. Wow, this is awkward to play from the 2-8.
And 12 vegans, they moved up their Dakameks up to the middle now. So they got a good overwatch of a lot of the mechs at 2-8.
The Atlases are hiding now, they're getting harassed in the middle. Osiris still on top, trying to get some angles, getting angles again, getting the Jenna. Wow, this looks over to me. The Atlases lost too much HP. Now Klappspaten getting harassed by the Locust. The Locust trying to get a kill in return, not to go down 6-0. Couldn't catch good shots, but Lucius is trying to help his heavy. And the Locust is lagged now, going down instantly. And all the Atlases fall as well. It's a great Daka receive from ER.
Yep, 12th vegan, they played that very well. So now we're at 2-2.
I believe with this kind of push, you kind of need to hold the top as well. Because this Osiris, we've seen it in the drop, he was quite annoying and he got the intel all the time. 375 damage on the light, that's not easy to do.
Yeah, they just didn't get the damage across for the Atlases. Pizzle Whip got a little bit of damage across. The other ones not quite as much. And the Catapult didn't get it. Was not in play at all. So I think they were planning to do like a push at some point. It just never materialized.
And we also have to say they got spotted quite early, which is always a huge advantage as a receiving Ducker mech on top. And it's a great response out of ER. They get the drop back, so it's now 2-2, and everything is up for the last drop. The last drop will decide the match.
Okay, and a reminder there's going to be a team swap for this one, so 1 second on that. Did I forget one?
It looks good.
Okay, cool.
So now that the ER used their bull sharks, did they use all bull sharks?
Yep, but they still got Night Stars, so they can always just swap out for that if they wish.
I believe the bull shark is an advantage, so would you agree or?
Yeah, overall I would say the Bull Shark is stronger than the Night Star.
So I expect the 2-8 team to bring the bull sharks now. We have to see what ER prepared for their last drop. No bull sharks available. Also quite interesting, we have seen 3 locusts, I believe, from the 2-8 side. So now they have to pick a different light. Let's see what they bring.
Another popular mech to grab for this weight is for like either Cyclopses or Maulers and whatnot.
Oh, they had 1 Mauler, I believe. So I believe they should have 1 bull shark. I'm not sure.
It could be. I forget exactly myself. Okay,
Most teams, I believe, will have that in check and bring only the right mix.
I'm sure they will. So while they're readying up, so a little information about the Team 2, so 12 Vegan Rangers. Team lead for that is Clap Spaten, and some information for their results from round 1 and round 2. In round 1, they lost to Castarian Guards 3-2, and in round 2, they won versus the Ministry of Silly Mechs 3-2. And this current match is currently 2-2, so this is going to be match 5, and this is going to be the tiebreaker. Whoever wins this will be winning the drop.
I believe you picked the right match here this week. Also quite heated before when you did some mistakes on team swap. And this is gonna be interesting. Both teams quite experienced, but I believe their pilots, they're gonna be nervous on the last drop. Everything on for stakes here.
Alright, Team 1 locked. Just waiting for Team 2. Alright, let's get it on. I'm excited to see what they bring. If it's going to be similar to the decks they brought before, or are they going to try something new?
And we are dropping. I'm on the ER side, and they have a Gauntlet, a Cicada, 1 Blackhawk, Corsair as well. That's quite interesting.
On the 228 side, I see Annie, Stalker 7D, Annie 1As, 2 Annie 1As. See what's on those mechs. 4 AC10s on the Annie 1As.
On the Victor, we see long range with Lucius. I believe this is a long range approach for ER.
In 228, they're sending a flea for scouting towards Theta at the start, and they've grabbed Theta. And they have an urban mech as well.
If you look at the top they have a cicada.
Oh, that's cheeky. With ERs, probably.
And he has the ERs. He's gonna annoy the Annihilators the whole game. The Stalker getting seen, but he's not getting the shots in. And great reaction from 228. They instantly strike him.
Yep. On the Cicada 3F is 2 ER PPCs.
And we have seen it again and again. The 228, they got the Theta cap, but they are trading now with the long range. I see the Annihilator is dropping low from Griffin already. 76%.
Yep, they're starting to move up the Annies already towards the center ramp. And I assume the Stalker 4N is going to be moving up at some point.
But I have to say the strikes of the 228s, they were quite effective. They both hit, but they didn't have the range as the ER has. The ER getting free shots now until they get to the middle. And soon these Annihilators will try to get an angle on both on the assaults.
And then for 228, they got 2 Stalkers as well. They're keeping 4 the N up high and the 7D down low for provide some flanket fire on their left-hand side.
The Blackhawk in the middle trying to get a look on the flea, but he's getting shot by the Annihilator. And we see Raptor in his gauntlet trying to get a look of the urban mech. And half flight already lost a lot of HP, to be honest.
And the Cicada's back up high there in the middle.
He's getting good shots on the Stalker now. How would you react with the Cicada on top?
Yeah, 12 vegan. They're using that Corsair 7A and the Victor for shooting from long range. Corsair 7As with air larges and gauze. Assume the Victor is probably ear PPCs and light gauze. Take a look.
Yeah, it's ear PPC and light gauze.
But they're starting to move that
Quite
Victor up.
interesting.
Yep. So they're just trading at this time.
I believe the ER needs to play time as long as possible. The Cicada is getting the shots in for the team.
Yeah, Griffin
Just
space is
play
hurting a
time.
lot on 228 side for their Annie.
But we see every strike focus on the Cicada. This isn't the best thing for the Cicada. Doesn't have the lot of HP.
And 228 for the
All
Stalkers,
that's-
they haven't moved them yet. They're still firing from the same positions on the 228 side. And the Annies are
The flea in the middle and the Blackhawk just lurking, trying to find some angle to shoot each other, but it's not happening at the moment.
Yeah, and the Annies for the 228 side, they're kind of hiding behind that ramp there in the middle. They're not trading fire at this time.
Right now, both traders from ER side on the left side of the spawn, trying to find an angles, but the Annihilators are hiding.
And 228, they still got the cap lead at this point. They got the 2 cap lead. So time is on their side if they can hold out longer. And for the 12th, they're starting to move up their Corsair 7A and their Victor.
And the Cicada is getting another strike. This is quite hurtful for the Cicada. Great response to the mech on top. The Stalker's now pushing up, and ER is pushing up at the same time. The Stalker's getting shot though, dropping to 74%. Victor is getting shot from the side. And the Blackhawk is lurking for the urban mech. This is not important, I think, though, but it's quite interesting. We should focus on the middle here with the Annihilator, the...
Yeah, because that Victor is pushed up all the way up to the middle, and the Corsair is moving up as well.
It's still 9 minutes. I believe, from my feeling, this push is too early. They should probably delay this a bit. Lush is getting a great shot on the Stalker, though. Wow.
But 12th, they're pretty fresh all around. They're 228. They got a couple mechs really, really hurting. So they're probably trying to
I
push
have
that
to say,
advantage.
in the meantime, on the side, we see the Urban Mech fighting the Blackhawk. I thought we should focus on the middle, but at the same time, the Urban Mech dropping low. And we see a push on the lower side from the ER on the Gauntlet and Klappspaten there. The brawl is now going on the side.
Yep, one of the Annies just went down. Annie's dropping towards Theta on the 228 side.
Great response from 228. I believe Klappspaten will go down soon. Raptor, he needs to run. He's 1 against 4 soon. He gets a kill though, that's quite important. Raptor now trying to get some angles. Drenzul on top, trying to hit the flea, which is not the best target choice, I would believe, for the Corsair. Raptor dropping low, the Stalker dropping low though, and this Klappspaten somehow alive. How did he get alive out of there? But if I look at him, he's a stick. I was actually wrong. They should not look at him and rather look at the other mechs. But like before, ER got the top side. They're dropping now. The Annihilator getting focused next. This doesn't look good for the 228 team.
Another Annie down.
Blackhawk
Yep.
now getting attacked on the side. Stalker dropping very low. Somehow alive is 25%. Getting another shot.
Yep, Stalker is dead. Now all that's left for 228 is Flea.
Good shots from Iazo. And the flea is still alive, running away. Cicada trying to find an angle, missing though. And Raptor with a nice shot, getting the leg and getting the kill. Wow. It's a great drop. Somehow 228, they couldn't respond to that Cicada on top, I believe.
Yep. No, that was played very well by the 12th.
But I believe they did all the strikes on top, which is the best response you can do. And they still lost. I'm surprised by that. Looks like ER did their homework on receiving this map. With the Cicada on top.
Yeah, let's see how much damage that Cicada actually did once we see the scores. I wouldn't be surprised that Corsair 7A, I think, probably did some good farming as well. And that Pop-Tarter Victor.
That's Cicada 560 damage. That's a lot for 2 ERPPCs. That's quite annoying for the 228 side, I would say.
Yeah, they got good damage all across for the most part. Then Mahler did some work as well from Klappspaten. On the 228 side, yeah, just did not get enough damage across from their Stalkers and their Annies.
So I would, after this last drop, since this match is now over, I would ask you, what was the best play here? From all drops and everything we have seen, quite close match. I believe both teams played quite well. Who do you think did the best performance here? You can mention one of each team.
I'm just going to cheat. I'm just going to say the team lead for the 12 for Klappspaten. For the other team, I'm already getting a mind blank, so I can't think of any for on the 228 side. I think I remember Sargent got some pretty good damage for the one.
Yeah, that as well. Yeah, I believe the Sergeant quite well played. And for me, the best play in this match might have been the last drop, because everything is at stake. Everything is the most important drop. And then we see the Cicada on top. I believe this was the best play of the match. Maybe it's not the pilot, but the mech itself on top there, the positioning. Would you agree to that?
Yep.
That the mech was important. Okay, I'm quite happy with this match.
Yeah, no, this was a very entertaining match.
Ending words from you. So.
Okay, I'll start my little blurb then. I'd like to thank the two teams for allowing us to shoutcast this match. I'd like to thank the tournament organizers for putting this great tournament together, administrating it, and allowing us to shoutcast these matches for them. And, of course, I'd like to thank Face Troll for co-casting with me. That helped quite a lot, and I think that made this shoutcast a lot more entertaining. So thank you very much, Face Troll. Okay, any last words from yourself, Face Troll, before I end the stream?
I'm quite happy that we decided on this match. We had a quite close match overall. Everything was quite entertaining. A lot of different tactics. Not every mech I expected on all the maps, but I'm quite happy with the result. And thanks for letting me co-cast. I hope we can meet up in the near future to do this again.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Okay, cheers. Thanks for watching the stream, and I am going to be signing off now.